Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial Love Jive here, and today we're playing some Entropia Universe. We've got a little lag to kick things off, but hopefully this is going to be a good run. We're at Twin Peaks, we're going to be dropping 500 PEDs mining, and hopefully we're going to get some good loot. So last time we went over to Oshira Hearts, and that's a bit of a lie, I'm going to tell you why in a second, but last time we went over to Oshira Hearts, we had some pretty good luck, and we're going to try doing that again. So let's go ahead and throw that amp on there just to give you guys the proof that you need that I'm actually amping up and this isn't... I mean, hopefully you're going to see some really big globals and you're going to be like, yeah, he's definitely amping, but is what it is. Also, you got to note there's this like stack of probes here. I'm going to go ahead and just sell it because that is not supposed to be there. Let's go ahead and detach that attachment. Detach this one. Bing, bang, boom. We are ready to go. If you're wondering what sort of amplifier I'm using, it is a Terra Amp 8. And for those of you who are new to Entropia Universe, what it means when I say I'm going to be going on a run that is 500 PDs, it means I'm dropping 50 USD to play this game, basically. If you're wondering, am I going to make the money back from this video, the answer is 100% no, unless something crazy happens. If I get some sort of $2 million loot, I'm sure I'll make the money back because there's, well, A, I got a $2 million loot, I'm rich, but like, no, like everybody wants to see that. They want to see the craziness that unfolds when someone gets that, but like, unless something crazy happens, this video is not making money unless my mining run does. I'm doing this for fun, in case you're wondering. And yeah, we're playing Entropia Universe, a game that most people have never heard of, but one that I love. So yeah, this is going to be the typical serial overdrive mining run. You can see I'm already getting into it. I'm going off the rails here. But yeah, I did mention earlier that I'm sort of lying about this being the next run. And what happened was I actually recorded like a whole video in between my last Entropia Universe video and this one. And then what happened was it's the stupidest thing ever. It's something that I definitely would do. So I decided I need to clean out my hard drive. I'm not one of those people who keeps every old video that I've done because I record every single time that I play a game and I'd have a stack of hard drives bigger than your mother. So what happens is I started deleting some footage. I'm like, all right, I made my Entropia Universe video, so I deleted that. And then I still wasn't happy with the space. I'm like, oh, I can get some more space by deleting all the old videos that I uploaded. And what happened was in between, creating that last Entropia Universe Mining run video, because I've got to mix the audio and a few other things, and uploading it, I deleted it on both ends. So, yeah, that video is gone, kaput. Peace out. So yeah, we're doing this video. For those of you wondering, last mining run that I recorded here, so the one that was uploaded to YouTube, that had 100 PDs profit. The one after that, same style, 500 PDs, it had about 100 PDs lost. So, pretty break even there. And there we go, sizable 11. That is a nice start. We're dropping a lot of PEDs every time we drop a probe, so we need some big hits. Like a sizable hit, that's something a lot of people probably like. They think that's like, oopsies, I dropped another probe on accident. All right, fingers crossed, boys. I don't think we're gonna have luck with this. That was a big accident. Ooh, we did have luck. All right. So you got 2 Force Nexus drops. If you're wondering, let's check out how much this amp's burning, because people are always curious about that, and it actually is a pretty big amount. So it doesn't really matter how much that finder drops, because this thing, if you look here, 337, it started with 385 TT. That means we're burning, whoa, oh boy, we got to do some hard math here. So we're doing this like 48, 24 PDs, roughly like 24, 25 PDs a drop. So yeah, you need to get your hits with this. If you're not getting hits, you're losing. But hopefully we're going to get some big stuff. Hopefully we're going to get some globals. Hopefully this is going to be a decent run. Starting off with Force Nexus, that's probably not the best start in the history of a mining run. But what can we say? Some loot is better than no loot. And you can see here I've got some like little junk, but like none of this is actually going to amount to anything when it comes out to the mining run. You're talking about less than a PED of loot. So yeah, 103, that is not a good percent markup. For those of you wondering, the Terra Amp 8, I paid about 115% markup for. Basically, I wanted a big amp that had lower markup. This sort of fit the bill, so that's what I went with. Nothing special, no like particular reason why I did that. So yeah, if you want to repeat what I'm doing, remember, this stunt is for dumbasses only. It's a money-losing stunt, in case you're wondering. But yeah, we're going on this mining, this land area because I actually do like the loot here. This one is the land area I probably should have bought because I do love mining here. So it would have been perfect for Serial Overdrive, but it was not for sale. Or at least it was not in my price range, I guess. I didn't even look into it, if we're being honest. Again, common theme here, dumbass. So let's talk about, I don't know, let's talk about the last video, I think. I was talking about a trip I was going to be taking. And here's the thing, like, I don't know, it's a thin line because I don't want people to think like I'm just showing off or anything, but it is interesting. Like, I do like bringing people in, letting them know what's going on with the channel and why, like, my mic's going to sound like shit for the next, like, month. So, now, yeah, so I think by the time this video is released, I will be all the way over in Japan. So basically what's going on is I decided just to take like a month off and go spend it in Japan, like specifically Tokyo. So I'm just going to be there for a month, just hanging out, doing whatever. Still going to play some games at night, all that. Like, the family's going. We're just going to see what it's like. It's like a whole different style of travel. Usually I'm like, go, go, go. I want to see all these new places. But I was just like, I think I'd love to go because Tokyo I've been before, right? It's such a relaxing city. I was like, what would it be like to live there? Like, how would it feel? So just get an Airbnb for a month. Like, Airbnb that's not crazy expensive or anything like that. Like, couple grand sort of deal, right? Like, I feel like that's pretty reasonable for any sort of metropolitan area, right? Like, typical Airbnb, because this is one of the things too. Like, I know I used to do this, and then one of my friends was like, knock it off, because, like, you know. But basically what it is like, you go on vacation to a place, right? And you're like, this is the most amazing place ever. I love it. I need to go here. You live here. You are so lucky. And it's like, the locals basically want to bitch slap you because the fact of the matter is, like, you're going to a place, you're spending maybe hundreds of dollars a day or more, and you're saying it's an amazing lifestyle. Well, you know what? If wherever you lived, you did that every day, it would be an amazing lifestyle, because it turns out that, like, just spending a lot of money in a new place is a lot more fun than spending it where you live. But if the locals did that every day, they'd all be broke. They couldn't afford to do it every day, right? Like, how many of you could afford to spend hundreds of dollars every day just living life? Most of us, when we go on vacation, we splurge a little bit. So with this, what I wanted to do is not splurge as much. Just do like the typical lifestyle. So we're going to see how it goes. We're going to see how it goes and see how it feels. But I'm excited for it. Like, I've been watching some YouTube videos on it and all that, and seeing, like, the city that, like, I don't know, like, the techie areas, the not so techie areas, like, just the whole vibe of it is, I'm excited for this one, boys. I'm excited for this one. It's gonna be, the flight's gonna be a little nuts to butts. We went a little cheap with the tickets, but it's gonna be worth it. And hopefully it's gonna be a really good time. I'm still gonna bring my gaming laptop, all of that, so I'm gonna be able to do videos. And I just downgraded the mic a little bit, so you're not gonna get this mic. I've still got to play around with the settings. I'm not 100% happy with it, but it's not gonna be the best. The sound quality is going to go down, like, a little notch, but it's still a pretty expensive microphone. It's still one of those, like, mobile mics. It's actually, like, professional grade. You see it in a lot of, like, high-end YouTube videos, more of the on the street style videos, because this mic that I'm using right here, this is more of, like, that deep bassy mic. It's bigger. It's got a stand. It doesn't work if you're running around for interviews. The mic I'm going to be using is more like small form, easy to take around. It's a shotgun mic, basically, and picks up more noise, so it won't sound as bassy as good, but hopefully that'll all work out. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. And I don't know. I'm thinking, like, I don't know. I always say I'm gonna do it and I don't. But, like, some real life videos where we go into some of those, like, geekier stores, those tech stores. Because one of the cool things about Japan from all the videos I see and from being there is people are very, like, Americans aren't too bad about, like, keeping boxes in good shape and all that. But over there, they're, like, next level. So you'll find stuff where it's like, someone kept their, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, whatever box in pristine condition, and then you'll see it for sale in a store because they like to reuse stuff. Like, this is one of the things I do admire about, so actually pretty much like most cultures that aren't American, like the amount of stuff people reuse, it is impressive. Like, I've gone and seen people, like friends who live overseas, and their parents are reusing, like, plastic bags, like Ziploc bags, right? my parents, they'll go through like 2 of those fuckers just to get a piece of pizza in or something. It's like, oh, got a little sauce on the outside. Let's toss it and go to the next one. And you know, the thing is, like overseas, it's not like these people don't have the money to like they have Ziploc bag money. Ziploc bag money is not like the pinnacle of success. All right, like they're not that expensive, but they'll wash them out and reuse them. And when it first happened, I'm like, why are you doing that? And they're like, well, what? You throw them out? I'm like, yeah, you throw them out. And they're just like, well, but isn't that like very polluting? And I'm like, well, I guess it is. It's like, that's a little bit of plat. Anyways, like just seeing that, like that level of reuse, I did like. It was cool to see. It was interesting to see. By the way, those 2 drops, like, lost some money on it. No, actually, we did okay on it. These 3 we lost money on. But yeah, it's cool to see that. Now apparently, like Japan, it is next level. Like people are just going like like they're saving boxes and everything, and there's a real respect for just sort of keeping things in good condition. So you can go to these tech stores and you'll see stuff that's basically old, but it looks like it could have been new. Um, that's really cool for a geek, like to be able to like go through a store and see like something you grew up with that's like 30 plus years old and be like, that I remember this box, and then like looking and it's all like, I don't know, like stuff like that. It seems really cool. Like I saw someone with like some Game Boy games, some Game Boy Color games, and they're like in the original box. Like I have some with original boxes, and some are actually in good condition, but a lot of them are a little squished, right? But some of these are like pristine, and I'm just like, oh, that's, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good one. But I want to. I'm like, should I do some serial overdrive videos? Because like you can go into, oh man, we are getting some really big losses here. You can go into like all sorts of shops over there and stuff like that, and there's all these tech shops, and it really does, I feel like it really intertwines with the channel. So I'm like, maybe we can do some real life content. I don't know if I don't think we're gonna be doing a face reveal. We're gonna do balls down, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I think it could be cool, I think. So we might do something like that. We'll see. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun, and hopefully it's gonna be everything I imagine it to be. Because I just want, honestly, I just want to like be able. Oh, what the heck, man? This is all right. This area is dumping on me right now. Let's get in a car and drive a little bit because we're getting some no loots, and we're spending a lot here. But basically, I'm looking forward to it. And if you have any tips or anything like I should definitely check out, let me know, because I don't know. I mean, I know all the basics like Shinjuku and the electric. I think it's Electric City they call it in English, but I don't know what it's called. And it starts with an A. I'm not. You know what? When it comes to serial overdrive and pronunciations, I'm gonna respectfully say I'm a dumbass. And yeah, I know I don't know how to like to pronounce Japanese words is basically asking me to mispronounce everything. So no, there's a lot of cool districts and stuff. But if you have any like specific recommendations or something like that, it would be cool to hear. And yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it, and it's something that I thought like it would be good to share because like I don't know, like I miss the way that I used to do these videos where it's just like this, like we'd sort of talk, like chit chat. I got to know people in the comments, and every now and then like someone comes back. This is a cool thing about making these videos, right? Like I'll make these videos, and it's been so long since I've done Entropia Universe content. Jesus Christ, another no loot. It's been so long since I've done Entropia Universe content. And there'll still be these old faces popping up, and they'll be like, Serial, how are you? Or like, maybe you don't remember me. And it's like, no, I remember that profile picture, dude. You show me your no, but like it's just like it's cool to see. It's cool to see and cool to have that rapport with people. And I've gotten some really good recommendations in the past, so I'm like, let's just try this again. Let's go hit up this waterfall here. This is like a horrible run here. This is legitimately probably one of the worst runs I've had on this land area, and I amped it up way too much, I think. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting very nervous here because even a global isn't gonna save me at this point. Like we are in we're we're so red. There's like radioactive warnings that are like less red. This is bad. I don't know. I was trying to think of something really bad, and I was like, I don't know. I wanted to say like we're redder than Trump, but like his face is like I don't know. If you're for him or against him, you gotta admit he looks a little orange, right? Like You know, like it's like every now and then I'll run into these people that are like, you know, they refuse to admit like Biden and Trump are old, and it's like, what do you think they are, dude? Like, when were you born? Because I don't know, like if you're in your 70s, like in my book, that's old. I don't know what the life expectancy is everywhere else in the world, but like in the U.S., I feel like 80, you had a pretty good run, and both those dudes are going for a pretty like. Well, I mean, both of them have been president of the United States. That's got to be a pretty good run, right? Like, I think. But yeah, I like every now and then people like surprise me because they just don't want to admit things that are just like you know, like you look at Biden, you look at Trump, like they're neither one of them's young. I mean, they've got kids that are older than most of us. Like I don't know. There, all right, we got one loot, one hit. Oh boy, this land area is producing jack right now. We need a dung. Oh, did I just accidentally drop again? I've changed my hotkeys and it throws me off sometimes. But no, I mean, all right, now that we're talking politics, let's piss everybody off because I just said about how great community is. No, like I don't know, it's interesting with politics because it's like I don't know. I right now I'm trying not to pick a side because honestly, I think both sides are sort of like running through doo doo land. You know, obviously, I think it's no like I'm in Boston, like they're bluer than the sky, and not the sky in England. We're talking about like nice clear day. Um, so like I'm obviously leaning left, but like I don't know. I was not I'm not happy with either of them, for being honest here. And I mean I don't know. Like I feel like voting for people who like if if either one of them died of a heart attack in the next 6 months, we'd all be like, well, statistically, that was definitely one of those things that could happen. You know, like if Obama died of a heart attack, I'd be way more surprised than if one of the two people running for president died of a heart attack. That should tell you something. Even Bush, and maybe not the old one, but like George Bush. That doesn't clarify because they both have the same name. And anyways, like I don't know, the Clintons I could definitely see, but I think George Bush is still like I don't know how old is he. I feel like he's 50, but I know that's wrong. Is he like 80 now? I'm gonna look this up because it might be possible that like the last two presidents have been younger than. There's no way. 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 He's 77. He's 77. And if this picture is recent, he's actually not looking too bad, to be honest. Like, there's no way it's recent. All right. He's 77. He's 77. How old is Biden? Biden's 81. God damn. And how old is Trump? Trump is younger than Biden, I think. Trump is 77. All right. So Trump and Bush, those two are going like head and head, right? Like Bush is July, Trump is June. All right. So Trump is a month younger than the president that we had like over a decade ago. So, fair play, right? But like I don't know. I feel like look, all right, give me this. Give me this. Give me this. Trump and Bush are about the same age. Fair, but only one of them's running for president, and that puts a lot of pressure on you. So I think statistically, Trump is still more likely to have a heart attack than Bush. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that feels like not the best idea. It's a bit like launching a nuclear weapon into. It's a bit like North Korea launching a nuclear weapon, right? Like, even if it succeeds, they're gonna get annihilated, and there's probably like a 75% chance they nuke themselves, which would still suck for the rest of us, but be funny. Well, actually, I say that, and it would not be funny at all, because I've this is all right. Let's talk. The one video, because I want to get off politics talk before everybody hates me. I don't think I've said anything too divisive. Every now and then I'm like, this can't be that divisive, and then someone gets mad at me, and they're like, this is the most divisive thing you've ever said, and it's like, oh man, I've gotten into some, I've gotten into some shit for saying stuff, and sometimes I don't even know, like, you know, what was it once? I've like politics. Obviously, I know there's gonna be someone that's pissed off about anything. I could tell Biden and Trump are both humans, and there's someone that's gonna be pissed off because they think one of them's a lizard person. And I know one of you's commenting right now thinking you're funny, but actually this video gets viewed by so few people that you probably are the only person to comment that, so that is legit. It's legitimately funny. It's not if everybody comments it, but these videos don't get that many views, so you sir, gave me a laugh. But no, like, what was I saying? Yeah, like every now and then, ooh, there we go, there we go, there. Oh no, we got a mission update. Okay, man, I thought we got a double hit, and I was like, this could be the turnaround point. It wasn't. But no, every now and then, like I'll just like wade into some shit without even knowing it, right? Like, what was it? I know like there was one comment I made that was like, this was when Rust was popping off, right? Like I was getting like 10,000, 25,000 views a video. So you get some feedback if you say something that even like a few people think is a little bit off. And it was like, I know people definitely don't like me mentioning short buses. Um, Surprisingly, one of the ones I thought was gonna be like, I said like, I said something. What did I say? I said this is like as big like this is like they call this a little mistake, and that's a bit like calling Auschwitz a little problem, or something like that. I thought that one was gonna get people all fired up, but people thought it was pretty funny. The timing I think was good, and obviously like I'm it's one of those things like I'm like, could people be offended by it? Like I'm not saying like I definitely think the Holocaust was a big problem. Like in case anyone's wondering, I would like to take this moment to speak out and say that I do not support the Holocaust or Hitler, but no, like I was worried that people are gonna assume that I meant like it was a medium problem, but no, everybody took that cool, and they said that's this funny joke, but they're like, it's a good analogy. They're like, it's a funny analogy. I like it. People were cool with that. No, the one that actually got me the most like shit. I ended up deleting the video, not deleting the video, editing the video to remove the clip, but this was so I make these videos a ways in advance, right? Like we're talking about Biden and Trump having a heart attack. There is statistically some chance that one of them has a heart attack before this video releases. I forget about this video auto releases, and then people are like, too soon, cereal. Um, and I made a joke about a certain country that invaded another country having no balls and being a big North Korea. Well, it turned out they actually did invade Ukraine. And I forgot about that, and literally the video released as it was in, like, it was like the timing on this was like CNN doesn't have better timing than me on this one, and I was like, I went back because at first it was like one comment comes in and like too soon, and then I'm like, okay, what did I say? I said something a little cheeky, and then like you get that like one person typing up a paragraph, and you're like, are they crazy, or like did I actually say something bad? And then like another paragraph comes in, and this is like I'm getting like 100 views in 10 to 30 minutes, and then like another comment, I'm like, okay, this is way more comments, and they are way more negative than I thought. So I listened to the joke. I'm like, oh yeah, that does not look good. I mean, realistically, like, Russia had invaded literally, like, maybe an hour before the video released, and I made the video, like, a month ago. So it was at that time they were just threatening, and I was like, oh, they're not going to do anything, because that would be, who would, why? I mean, I still don't quite understand why. But, like, yeah, I was just like, there's no way they do this. They're going to upset the balance of everything. Like, they got a huge amount of land. Like, yeah, like, they're in a pretty good spot. Like, why not? Why mess that up? I thought. But yeah, that didn't happen, unfortunately. I think everybody would have been happier if my jokes were, hitting and not too offensive, because that would mean certain things didn't happen, and that would be good. But yeah, like every now and then I'll do that, and people get mad. Sometimes, usually like short bus jokes get mad, but I always tell people, like, you're the one assuming that the person riding the short bus has a mental handicap. Maybe they're just short. I don't know, like, it's a bus for midgets. Like you gotta figure out how you want to be offended about it. It's many angles you can take with those, and whichever angle you take, I'm gonna be offended about. So no, but like I don't know. Every now and then that happens. I figure like with Trump and Biden, like I'll go back and forth because I don't like either of them, to be honest. I think most people don't. That's probably the most popular opinion you can have on the two. Like so many of my friends, it's just like they'll if they start talking politics, like they're very upset with one person. I don't know, it'll be Biden or Trump. They'll be really upset with one of them, hate him, and then the other one they'll be like, "Well, he's the lesser of two evils, right? Like it's Hitler versus Mussolini here." What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like, I always take Mussolini because he's not, committing genocide. I don't think. Or if he is committing genocide, it's a mini genocide, which is better than a big genocide, I guess, in some terms. Anyways, before I say something else that's gonna get me in trouble, no, like it's just one of those things. Like it's like everybody hates it. Like you hate both of them, and I don't know. And then of course there's some people that get mad at me for saying that because they're like, you need to support someone unequivocally. And there's, most politicians are like if politicians were honest, Epstein would have been taken care of the first time he was arrested on his charges of, I don't know, what was it? You know what I mean. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. And why am I getting into this? Why am I stepping in this? Right now, what I'm basically doing is staring dog shit in the eye and jumping into it. This is one of the stupidest videos I could make. This one's probably gonna get deleted too, and it might not be because of a hard drive issue. It might be because I'm just like, this is not good. Unless we get it global, then it goes out anyways. Cause fuck it. But no, like, I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, when I look at the U.S., I look at the political stuff that's going on. I'm like, I really wish I was some island nation in the middle. You know what? Australia or New Zealand, two of the most perfect countries to be like. That's where you're born. That's where you're growing up. Nowhere else you want to go. Like they always seem to have very chill politics, right? Like didn't they lost a president? That's a chill country. Like if you lose, like not lose like in a war, he went to the beach and disappeared. Like that's how chill they are. If your president can just like disappear at a beach, that's a pretty damn chill country. Or it's a really fucked up country. Like Haiti, I could see that happening. But no, Australia, like a legit country, like, no sort of civil unrest. There's not any sort of like GTA being played out off in the streets. And they lost a president. Like they in peacetime, Like that's a chill country when that can happen. Because yeah, I don't know. Like New Zealand, I feel like they're right in there. I don't know anything about. Well, I visited New Zealand. It's a really nice place, but I don't know anything about their politics. But I feel like they're pretty much just. Ooh, did we get a double? Nice, nice, nice. No, we didn't. Oopsies. Did I forget to mine something? That I did. All right. So we're gonna mine this up, and then we're gonna send it back home, and then we're gonna mine the next one. But yeah, like I don't know, those two countries are good. And if there's like a nuclear war, any sort of apocalypse, like they're sad. Like you just chill there. It seemed like they were a little too strong in the whole COVID shutdown thing. But from friends that live there, I know that during COVID, like 2020 seemed to be like all good. I think in New Zealand, and then no, actually I don't think they didn't have COVID for 2021 either, did they? Oh, that's pretty damn good. No, like that seems chill. Like they seem like the perfect apocalypse place. Gabe Newell got a mansion down there, I think, during COVID. It was like his bug off place. I mean, if you're a billionaire, you can go anywhere. Just buy an island, live there. Amazon will deliver if you pay them enough. I mean, if you're Jeff Bezos, Amazon will deliver to space probably. But you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got the money, you can do whatever you want. But basically, like, if you're a normal, average, everyday Joe, I feel like those two countries are pretty good picks. Or, like, maybe one of those island nations, like Fiji. I was going to say Papua New Guinea, but I think they have cannibals. So, like, COVID's not a problem because cannibals. That's a bigger problem, I guess. But not like Fiji, that seems pretty chill. The Bahamas, I wouldn't like. I wouldn't mess around there because there's probably some really dumb Americans that are gonna try and get over there. Like if there's an apocalypse, there's gonna be like a million people from Florida headed to Cuba. Even if Cuba's like day one, like the birthplace of the apocalypse, people in Florida are dumb enough that they'd still try and flee there. Florida people are interesting. There's that whole Florida man thing, which apparently part of it is because they actually like publish the police reports, and a lot of other states don't do it, except for states that have smaller populations. So like if you're in I don't know if you're in Nebraska and they publish it, like some dude might get caught fucking a cow every couple of years, but Florida, there's enough people that's probably happening weekly, and you got crazy people too, right? Like I don't know if you ever been to Florida. Like Miami is like that's a whole different world. Miami is just its own state, pretty much. Orlando, that's all the tourists and sort of normal people. Everywhere in between is just, it's either rich, retired, like boomers, or like silent generation or whatever. The greatest generation. Greatest generation, I think they're all dead. But, it's one of those generations, those old people, right? Retiring. Or it's crazy people. It's like these people who are just like, I got $20 on me and decide to retire to swamp. My place sinks every couple years and I gotta fight off alligators nightly, but I like it. We got electricity tomorrow. And it's like, just sort of like these people who, I don't know what's going on with them, but whatever. But yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, bug out places. New Zealand or Australia? Fiji seems pretty good too, so I'd go with that. I think there's like New Caledonia out there. Maldives? Is that out there? Any of those islands that rich people go to? Sign me up. Sign me up. I think they could deal with COVID pretty good. Hawaii would be good. I could. See, this is the problem. Now we're talking about places I could actually move to, and I have no intention of moving there. Like New Zealand, I'm like, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool. Like, and then it's like Hawaii, and I'm like, well, I could actually do that, but I don't want to. So like now it gets too real. Now it gets too real for Serial Overdrive. The talk is over, and the talk was cheap. But no, I don't know. Let's refine this stuff. I'm still not gonna be able to run. I'm gonna have to send it back. So the loot's gotten a little bit better. We're still way behind. But yeah, I don't know. Well, when I see the politics and the way it's going in the U.S., I'm not happy with it. It's just, I don't know. I remember like when I was a kid, it used to be like people. I felt like people could legitimately have different opinions, and it was okay. Like, sometimes your friend wouldn't agree with you on something, and that was like not a big deal. Like people don't always agree, and like we all knew that. And now I feel like sometimes it's like people just don't agree with you, and they'll get mad about it. And not like fake mad or like a little mad. Like there's people that they're like they never want to talk to you again if they don't agree with like one thing. And it's like, man, like what do you want? Like we're not mind synced here. We're not mind melding. Like we're not gonna agree on every single thing in life. Like let's have some differences. That's the spice of life, right? Like one of the things I love about traveling is I get to go see different places, different cultures, different people who think a different way, and then everybody wants everyone to agree with each other. It's like that's never gonna happen, right? Like some dude likes a cheeseburger, some dude likes a pizza, and some serial killer puts pineapple on both of them. It's the way of the world. But I don't know. It's just everybody has to agree on everything. And it's like no, like I've probably said a million things in this video that people disagree with, and there's gonna be a few people that get super upset about it, and then there's a few that are just like, hey, that's one thing I don't agree with this guy on, and that's fine. Like we can have a disagreement. You can try and tell me like why I'm wrong, and then I'll probably get mad at you because you disagree with me, and I don't like to make friends with people who have any disagreements with me whatsoever. You need to agree with me because I'm the one with the bigger mic. I'd say D, but that's pretty obvious. Nah, like I don't know. I just it gets tiring. I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. Let's go send a vehicle back with the stuff. I don't think how much do I have left to mine? Because I feel like I ran through most of my probes getting those bad loots. Okay, we don't have much left. Let's just walk it out because that's gonna make it a lot easier to total things up. Usually, what I do is I'd spawn a vehicle and put some stuff in the inventory, send it back home to my storage. The reason I'm not doing that right now is because that would make the video a little bit harder. This way we can walk. We've got some stuff to talk about. I'm not just going to hit teleport and sit there for 60 seconds. And you said in Serial, you probably could edit it, but these are low effort Entropia Universe videos. If you want high effort Entropia Universe, yeah, about that. Now, there were a few people that tried to make high effort Entropia Universe videos, and most of them gave up, to be honest, because the thing is, the community can be a little like, when you do something, when you try and get all the numbers and stuff, a lot of people in Entropia Universe will disagree with you. Like, I've seen that happen a few times. I've seen people that are like, serial videos are complete shit, I'm making this amazing thing. Like, they actually do, like, I've seen some really good videos come out, and it just feels like sometimes people just disagree with them to disagree with them. I feel like, or they just won't like something or won't agree with the way that they think Entropia Universe works. And even if there's no proof that one's right and one's wrong, they'll still be like 100% wrong. They'll just bash the video, And when you put, the more time you put in, this I want to talk about actually. The more time you put into video, the more depressed you get when people say something about it, right? Like these videos, I'm not married to. Like these are videos that I make. Like this video is probably gonna take me about an hour to make. Most of it's recording, playing the game, having some fun, edit it up here and there, cut a few things, make sure the sound matches up, and you're good to go. You just push the video out. You all listen to it. This is more of like a podcast style thing. Maybe in the beginning I'll cut out some ums, and if I really think this video is gonna be a banger, like I get some huge loot, I'll probably put some text in there just to liven it up at the beginning, get a little bit more watch time. But because with YouTube, that's what matters, right? Like in my opinion, watch time, click through rate. Lower click through rates are fine if you have a higher watch time. So if you put out a 10-hour video, 1% of people click into that video, but all of them watch for 10 hours, that video is going to go probably go viral, right? As long as those numbers stay about the same. But, if you have a click-through rate of 10%, which is pretty good, but your video is only a minute long and it gets people watching for like 5 seconds, it's probably going to go nowhere. So YouTube sort of balances the two things. The longer the video, the lower the click rate can be. At least that's what I think, right? So these videos can do decent. And the long form is actually good, so editing them down, cutting everything out, that's actually like a bad strategy in my opinion. Plus it takes a lot of time and you end up with really short videos. The only exception I'll do is for the tutorials and stuff, because I feel like those people go through search to get to. And when people search for a video, I think the watch time, I think click-through rate is more important than watch time. I could be wrong, but I feel that way. But somehow I've noticed, like if I make a 2-minute video on, like if I make a 2-minute video on how to mine an Entropia Universe, that one could do better than a longer video because people just want to see how it works and get out of there. And there's so many people now that game the system and they'll do like an 8-minute video on something that takes 30 seconds to explain because they want all that ad revenue. But I still find that the algorithm, if I do a good, short, concise video, even if the click-through rate isn't amazing, it'll still push it as long as people are happy with it, watching like a huge portion of it. But that's only through search. If it's through browse, time really does seem to matter a lot. So if it's like suggested or browse, it seems like time matters. So these longer videos actually aren't bad. Like these are the click-through rate won't be as great, but watch time, you all watch these like pretty good usually, which is nice. And I can ramble for a bit. I can go on for a bit. I can talk to myself. I do it 24/7. All I'm doing here is hitting record. If we're being honest, this is what I sound like when I'm walking down the street. Yeah, a little crazy, I guess, but hey, who isn't, right? We've all killed a few cats. No, I do not support that whatsoever. Just I gotta throw that out there because every now and then, like, you find yourself in a room and it's not the room you want to be. Like, this is the thing with the internet, right? Like, this is so true. If you're in a village, like, or even a small city, right, and there's one dude who does something crazy, I'm gonna try and come up with something that nobody's ever done before, so I don't offend anybody. Dresses up in a furry suit, goes jacks off in the middle of the square, and screams, "I love my mother," right? Like a climax. I hope there's nobody that's done this. But if that's the village idiot, someone's gonna go smack him around and tell him, "Hey, get out of here." But if you got 7 billion people, they're gonna find like 5 other people who do it, and they're all gonna act like they're the normal ones. And it's like this reinforcing thing. And instead of like the other, I don't know, 6.99999 billion people telling them to knock it off because it's weird, they all get their ideas reinforced by each other, and now they don't think it's weird. I think that's happened a lot with the internet, where people come up with these crazy like flat Earth theories. Someone's gotten mad at me for talking about flat Earth, specifically because I didn't believe in it. But no, like there's always someone that comes up with this junk, right? And people believe it, or like the birds aren't real. All these sort of like 4chan memes that just went viral, and now there's idiots who think it's true. Like the internet like brought all those idiots together and made them think it's a thing. Whereas if we're sitting in a bar, even a crowded bar, and some guy goes around and asks everybody if the earth is flat, everybody's going to be, no, dude, what the fuck? Like that's, if someone seriously comes up to you and they're like, I think the earth is flat, the obvious thing to do is just say, no, what the fuck, dude? And if they're smoking a joint, tell them to put it down, because they've gotten so high that they're just, they've gone so high their IQ went negative, basically. So, like, I don't know. It's, catch 22, I guess. I don't know why we're talking about this now, to be honest. Man, Speaking is so high. I actually don't do that anymore, but I feel like that would explain this. Damn. I forgot where we were going with that. But yeah, the internet connects people, but sometimes it connects some weirdos. And I disagree with flat Earth theory. Those are two statements I'm willing to make on the record, because this is all on the record. The weird thing is, I say a bunch of shit on here, and sometimes people try and like hold me to these opinions years later, and it's like, A, like my opinions change, and B, when I said it, I probably didn't even have that opinion, right? Like I think I recently just said I don't think Trump looks red. I haven't seen a picture of him recently. If he's painting his face red, I mean, someone's gonna be mad about that because that's some sort of thing. But if he's doing it, like, my opinion's gonna change. Or maybe I'm colorblind and I'm gonna see him and think he's not orange anymore. I don't even know how orange he looks, to be honest, because the pictures I've seen, someone might have put a filter on them. This is one of those things too. Like with AI now, I don't know. I don't know when I'm being trolled. I don't know when I'm being fucked with a fake photo, and I don't know what's real. Because honestly, like, we are in the weirdest timeline out there. Seriously, if you think about our timeline right now, like, since I, I don't know when, but like sometime in the 2010s, things went off the rails. Like, if you morph into a new world and everybody's wearing their underwear on their head, but everything else seems normal, you'd probably be like, yeah, this makes sense. This is the timeline we should have been with. Like things are nuts right now, to be honest. Like yeah, some stuff makes sense, but there's a lot of nuts stuff going on right now, and it's weird. It's weird. It is. Yeah, I couldn't explain it. Let's see how this mining run did. We didn't talk about mining at all because we didn't get any good loot. Mindark, take notes. Good loot, Serial talks mining. Bad loot, Serial talks bullshit. All right. So this we're gonna leave out because I know that was from earlier run. So we got 172. We're looking for 500 to break even. We're not going to hit it. We're not going to hit it because we had that long run of no loots. Remember that. So we're at 229. All right, 301. This is it. This is it right here. Oh boy, 340. 340. All right, let's see. What's the market value on this? 106. 103. Oh, 116. How much is this we get? All right, 27. God. All right. So if we're running the numbers here, honestly, we probably lost 150 PDs. This was a big loss. This was a big loss. And I said the same thing with the last video that I did that I deleted. I said I'm not going to do an end mining run again for the next video because things went so badly. And you know what? I'm not going to do a mining run again for the next video because things went so badly. Peace.